Hello you guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So in today's video, we are going to be reviewing a top Beachbody coach's recruitment videos, and we're going to really be diving into her recruitment tactics. But on top of that, this person has also turned into what I like to call an MLM coach. This individual has a literal business influencer website. She even sells a $400 course to help people in the multi-level marketing company that she is in. So I thought that we should take the time to review not only her business website, but some of the videos that she actually has on this website. So on her business website, she has 4 videos that really go over Beachbody and talks all about the opportunity that you could have with Beachbody, where she is trying to recruit people. So whenever someone finds her business website, they will also be led to these 4 videos that you could pretty much use to join Beachbody with. So I thought it'd be interesting to do a mini deep dive into her coaching website, but on top of that, to really review the 4 videos where she is trying to recruit people. So clearly, if she is representing herself as this MLM coach, people are going to be watching what she's doing. Her downline's going to be watching what she is doing, and they are going to try and duplicate and replicate that. So by her representing herself as this top business coach making millions of dollars, people are going to listen, copy, and duplicate what it is that she's doing, meaning they are going to take these same recruitment tactics that she is using, and they are going to do it themselves to try and then recruit other people, because if it's working for this top coach making millions, why can't it work for them? So first, I thought we would go over her business influencer website and read all about what she says she does. So on the first page of her business influencer website, you can go down and it will actually show you who she is and kind of like an about me section. So I am not going to be blurring this person's face at all. Normally I would, but since we're talking about an MLM coach, I'm not going to be doing that. So here it says that in October of 2014, she began her own online health and fitness business with no social media following, no idea how to start a business, and no team to speak of. But she had a huge dream to come home to her future babies and give other moms that same opportunity. 5 years later, she is a 3-time top 10 coach, 7-figure earner, and for the last 2 years, she has brought at least one mom home to her baby every month. She says that my passion, helping moms build personal brands and top businesses. So as you keep going, she talks about, her pregnancy and being a mom and how she's regained her confidence with her business and everything like that. So here we can see that even in her about me section, she is really showing herself as this entrepreneur, as this business owner, someone who earns 7 figures and can probably help you grow your business to that same level. So if we go to the next portion of her business website, or her MLM coach website, as I like to call it, is she has what is called a free masterclass. So you can sign up with your name and email. And she says that she will teach you how to build a brand with a small following. So she'll teach you how to create a personal brand that converts followers to income even without a large following. She'll then teach you simple brand definition formula, which is how to clearly define your brand when you feel your life is less than interesting. And she will show you some Instagram growth hacks that you need. So then if we scroll down, it says, who is this masterclass for? It says, who? The entrepreneurs struggling to see social media growth and build their online business. What is it? It's a 60-minute free masterclass where you'll discover how to build your personal brand to increase your social media following, create more income, and do it all without working more hours. And then there's a why section, which says, because you deserve to see incredible success, to find joy in your work each day, and to do it all in complete alignment with your life's priorities. So here we could see that she has a masterclass that she is really trying to focus on being something for everybody, for any entrepreneur, not just people in multi-level marketing companies. So we could really see that she's trying to target not only people in multi-level marketing companies, but actual entrepreneurs or business owners that are probably struggling to see social media growth, growing their own online business. So this next page on her website actually is where the course is that I really wanted to highlight today, the $400 course. On top of this $400 course, she does also sell a digital planner that you can get yearly for $35. But then there is a section where she is selling a $400 course for multi-level marketing reps. So here she states that this is a 4-week course, and it's going to help you learn how to create a vision board to manifest your dreams, how to set yearly, quarterly, and weekly goals to align your vision to tactical actions that move the needle forward daily. It will also teach you how to time block to allow you to focus on the things that really matter and find the white space in your calendar to build your dreams. And lastly, this course will help you create a morning routine that actually produces results instead of just the fluff that that people show on social media. So this course alone starts at the cost of $397. And if you don't have that $400 up front, you can actually make 3 payments of $147. But then in the end, you end up spending around $441. So the reason that I have an issue with MLM coaches is the fact that being in a multi-level marketing company is not actually starting your own online business. So in a multi-level marketing company, what you pretty much do is you take a company's products and you sell them to people on social media. It's not this running your own business, owning a small business, or anything like that. You pretty much join a company where you are selling that company's product, but you can also recruit other people to join you, and you will make money off of those recruits that you have join you. So when I see people selling these $400, $500, $600 courses, and they are pretending to be what I like to call MLM coaches, or people who are at the top of an MLM just trying to make more money off of these multi-level marketing reps, I find an issue with this, mainly because, again, like I stated, they don't own their own small business or online business. It is a multi-level marketing company where you are working for someone else. So these people are presenting themselves as these business owners when, in my opinion, they are not one. But on top of that, you can find this information anywhere. So she said in this $400 4-week course, you're going to learn things like how to create a vision board or how to create a morning routine. These are little things that you can actually Google and find the answer to anywhere on the internet. So if you are someone who is trying to learn how to create a vision board, there's probably videos here on YouTube that you can access for free where you don't have to pay someone $400 to learn how to do it. Now, I'm also going to make the assumption, so clearly this is my opinion, that not only is she trying to sell this course to people on the outside of the multi-level marketing company, but I'm assuming that she is promoting this course to the people who are in her downline. So not only is she already making 7 figures off of the people in her downline, where most of those people are not making an income, she is also going to be selling them courses for $400 on top of all of the other expenses that these people in multi-level marketing companies already have. So what I am starting to notice year after year is more top MLM reps are starting to create their own courses and are starting to do other things where they are not only making those 7 figures or hundreds of thousands of dollars in their MLM, but they're now also selling things like $400 courses to people in their downline who are already struggling. Because even if we just look at Beachbody's income disclosure statement, average Beachbody rep is only making $3,169 a year. So on top of all the expenses they're already having for the multi-level marketing company, now they're going to be shown that they can buy these $400 courses that are full of how to create vision boards, which are things that people could just look up online. But when you have a top MLM rep, and it's an MLM rep that you look up to because you're in the MLM yourself, you're more likely to be influenced by this top rep where you believe that you have to buy these products and you have to buy these courses that these top reps are now selling. So I'm definitely seeing this more and more where top MLM reps are using things like courses to make more money off of their downline that's already making them hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I find it interesting that this individual has now started a $400 course that's honestly just about creating vision boards and how to set goals and how to create morning routines, which are basic average things that people could learn just by Googling it or going onto YouTube. So the last slide that she has on this page before we actually get into the videos that we are going to be watching is this business mentorship page. So let's read what this page says. It says, I am a 5-time top 10 coach who works one-on-one with women to help them build top businesses. I started this business while working a full-time corporate engineering job, while pregnant, while on bed rest, through 3 cross-country moves, and with a newborn. I gave up the excuses, the Facebook scrolling, and the TV watching, and built a 7-figure business from home. Now I teach women to do the same. I focus on helping women build personal brands to connect with their ideal clients. You don't have to be at your ideal weight, be a social media expert, or have any special degrees or certifications. So then she gives a couple more details about her team. So she states, Team TNT is is a 5-time top 10 team. When you join our team, you get access to the top resources in the business and are provided one-on-one mentorship to ensure your business grows quickly. We are mostly mamas working to provide our families a life of financial freedom while showing our little ones what hard work and going after big dreams look like. We hold business meetings with babies, we schedule calls around nap times, and we support each other through the sleepless baby nights and incredible business growth. When you join Team TNT, you are choosing to join a team. Yes, you will 100% be your own CEO, but you will receive top trainings and one-on-one mentorship. This includes step-by-step online business training, team calls, and weekly mentorship calls. Together, we will help you see success. So we could see that she is really trying to promote to that very vulnerable target demographic. She is trying to recruit new mothers or people who are even pregnant. She does a lot of pregnancy content where she tries to recruit people that way. So we can really see that she is really focusing on recruiting that type of person. And in general, we know that in MLMs focus on recruiting a certain demographic, and normally it involves a vulnerable group of people, whether that is military spouses, college students who, are taking out student loans and, working part-time jobs while going to school. Then we have people who go after single moms or stay-at-home moms who may be looking for things like community. So that's definitely something that we see in most MLMs. So we could see that with this top rep and her team, it's probably going to be people that are mothers or newly into motherhood. So I thought that in part 1's video, we would go over the first video of the 4 that she has uploaded. So the 4 different videos that she has go over. The first one, it says, who am I, what I do, what I am looking for. The second video is worries, fears, and misconceptions. The third video states that it's all about the money. And the last video is about the team training. She even has a video with her spouse, but I'm not sure if we're going to go over that one. So today we are going to watch the who am I, what I do, who and what I'm looking for. And then in tomorrow's video, we will dive into the other videos that she has posted here, and we will really dissect the recruitment tactics that she is using, because again, the fact that she is presenting herself as this top millionaire business coach means that other people are going to use these recruitment tactics too, because they're being taught by this individual. So let's watch the first video. So the first video, she has a little snippet of like what the video is about before we go into it. She states, let's dive in. The below video digs into how I started my coaching journey, how I built my income from $300 in month 1 to nearly $20,000 per week just 5 years later, and exactly what I do. And because you will hear me say this 1 million times in my video, I also want to include this here. Nothing comes without hard work. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody coach opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own efforts, diligence, and skill. See our statement of independent coach earnings located here, and then it's like a link. It says for the most recent information on our coach's income. So when I actually tried to click on this link, it's unavailable. I'm not sure if she just hasn't updated it or what, but if someone today goes on her website and they are interested in what it is that she's doing and her business, because this is what she promotes daily on her social media platform, they are not actually going to get access to the income disclosure statement or anything like that, because the link itself doesn't work. But before we even get into the video, she said that she is making about $20,000 per week, not a month, not in a couple months. She is making $20,000 per week. And my guess is that most of that money is coming from her downline, the work that her downline is putting in, and how much money they are personally spending. And we're definitely going to see that with this first video that we are going to watch.
Hi. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to get to tell you a little bit more about what I do as a fitness influencer and coach, and tell you more about our incredible team. So I am a 3-time top 10 coach and the current top coach in the network.
So she started off with saying she's a fitness influencer and a coach. So first off, this person has no certifications by my knowledge. I have heard her say that she has no certifications. So unless that has changed recently, that is what I personally know. So she's not a personal trainer. She's never gone to school for this. She has only signed up with Beachbody. And you can sign up with Beachbody just by having a name, being 18 years or older, and having a social security number. So she has identified herself as a coach, but doesn't actually have any certifications. Same for the fact that she said she's a fitness influencer. People in multiple marketing companies aren't just automatically influencers.
And that's all really thanks to my incredible team. So I cannot wait to just tell you more about them and what we actually do. So to start out, I just want to introduce myself, tell you a little bit more about how I got here. How did I get to be the number one coach leading the most incredible team ever? And what is it that I do? And who am I looking for? Because we really are looking for very specific people to join our team. So to start, I began this business 5 years ago. I was a mechanical engineer. My background is mechanical and aerospace engineering, and I have a master's degree in business and all these engineering certifications. So obviously, I really thought I had my path figured out. I had decided to go into engineering because I really wanted financial freedom. I grew up moving a lot every 2 years, and I wanted to stop that path for my future children. I thought engineering was a way to do that. So went into the engineering field and met my husband, who's also an engineer. And right before I began my Beachbody business, we actually moved from Washington, D.C. out to California and getting his dream job. Meanwhile, my new job was just, I was in a cubicle all day. I had no passion for what I was doing. And so I found myself slipping into a depression. And you guys, I don't know if you've ever, like, I was sitting there, I'd come home from work, hating my job, and look beside me and was literally living out his dream. And I just knew I couldn't stay in that life. I needed to do what Dave was doing. I had to figure out what my dream was and make it a reality. Now, Beachbody, no way. There's no way I thought that this would be it. You guys, like I said, I had all the degrees. I thought I was some really big fancy engineer. So I actually got into the Beachbody world through one of the accountability fitness groups. My coach invited me to join. And again, I was really depressed. And so I was like, this could be a way to find a community. I needed community.
So here we can see that she's saying she's a 3-time top 10 coach, top in the network, and that is all thanks to my team. So she is right. She's telling the truth that she is a top rep making 7 figures because of the work that the people under her are doing. In Beachbody, the way that people are really seeing their money is through what I like to call team cycle bonus and those quarterly bonuses that are only awarded to the top percentage of MLM reps, or to the top percentage of Beachbody reps. So team cycle bonus and quarterly bonuses are pretty much earned off your downline, especially team cycle bonus, where you will see these top reps making anywhere from $3 to $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000 a week on these team cycle bonuses. But these team cycle bonuses are made and accumulated by your downline, the work they put in, and the products that they personally buy. So it really has nothing to do with all of the work that this person is doing and that she's making thousands herself by selling products and things like that, but it has everything to do with the people under her and what it is that they are doing. She also said that she had no passion. She slipped into a depression. So that is kind of what made her join this fitness group, because she was looking for community and was depressed. So like I say time and time again, the demographic that is targeted the most for multi-level marketing companies are people who are struggling, whether that is someone who is struggling as a stay-at-home mom, whether that's someone who needs community due to constant moving as a military spouse, or someone else who is struggling with a mental health condition like depression, or even people who have physical disabilities are people who are huge targets of multi-level marketing companies. So clearly she stated that she was struggling with depression and she found herself needing a community, and that is what roped her in. So we can see the thing that truly got her into this MLM was her struggles. That is what her upline looked for when they recruited this individual. So that's why I find it really important to look at why reps join the MLM, because most of the time people join because they were going through a hard time in their life and they were a very vulnerable individual, and that's what made them a target for an MLM.
So I joined the fitness group, and it's not like I needed to lose a ton of weight. I did need to learn how to eat healthy. And so that's really the second reason I joined. I was like, 1, I need the community. 2, I need to learn how to stop eating lean cuisines and slim fast and thinking that's gonna, get me where I want to be. So I joined that group and fell in love with it. It was the first step in pulling me out of that depression and allowing me to reconnect with other women who were like me.
So I understand her, sharing her story. And I feel like every individual in the world should be able to share their story with everything, no matter what your story is. You should be able to share that. But the way that these MLM reps use their stories is a huge manipulative tactic, in my opinion. It is taught that you need to share your struggles. It is taught that you need to share these parts of your life that were very vulnerable and very hard, because that is what's going to get you to connect with people so that those people could then join you. So this individual is probably getting a lot of new moms and people who are depressed needing a community to join her, because they're looking at her being like, well, she got out of her depression with this community. Why can't I? So this is a huge thing that MLM reps use, and clearly it is taught from the top down to use your very vulnerable moments to then recruit other people. So unfortunately, we are going to see that she, yes, uses her depression and really says that the thing that got her out of her depression was her MLM, which is going to get people who are struggling with that to also join, with the hopes that they can get through their depression with this solution.
Still had no interest in coaching. I still was like, I am so above this. I'm above MLMs, right? So my coach actually asked me to coach 3 different times. The first time she asked me to coach, I said, no way, you're crazy. But I was like stalking her on social media. So I was watching her kind of live out her dream life. She was building her home. She was a mom of 3 under 2. She had a little girl, almost 2, and then twins. And I was like, how in the world is she building that business from home with more financial freedom than I have as a 6-figure earning engineer? And she seems happy, right? As someone who was depressed in their job, I was watching someone else live out their dream life. And I didn't have any kids at the time, but it's what I wanted. And so that really resonated with me. So she asked me to coach again, and I again said no. So this time I really started thinking about it a little bit more seriously. And what I decided was, you know what? I'm working this 6-figure engineering job. I have financial freedom. So I don't need this to necessarily work out. So what if I tried this in a way that like other MLMs aren't doing things? What if I decided that I wasn't going to push products on someone, that I wasn't going to say, hey, come like buy my shake, right? But that I was going to share my life, that I was going to do what now we see all the time influencers doing, right? Hey, where'd you get that top? Oh, it's from here. Want a link? Swipe up, right? I wanted to share and not sell.
So we constantly hear this, oh, I wanted to share, not sell. We're doing what influencers are doing. But that isn't true. MLM reps and influencers, 2 separate different things. They are not the same. They are not one in the same. They are 2 different things, which is why they have 2 different definitions, 2 different ways going about things. Influencers get paid by brands to produce content. MLM reps get paid by having their downline work and recruiting a bunch of people with the hopes that they will make them money, and by selling a product. And then also when those recruits sign up, they buy products. So you are selling a product. So in my opinion, MLM reps sell one of 2 things. They sell the lifestyle. So they sell this facade, this lifestyle of the MLM, what other people could have, this dream life they could have, which is exactly what she was saying she was watching. She was watching her now upline live this dream life, having, 3 children under 2, all of these things that she wanted, and she wanted that dream life. So her upline was selling that facade to her and selling that lifestyle to then get her to join. And now she is doing the same things. So you're either selling the lifestyle and the dream, or you are selling the legit product that the company has. For Beachbody, it is the workouts, it is the pre-workout, the post-workout, the products. So you're selling something, whether it's the lifestyle or the actual products that they have to go through you to actually purchase. So being in an MLM isn't just sharing. It's never going to be just sharing, because you have to sell. You are a salesperson when you are in an MLM.
So I started watching, kind of started thinking how I would do that. When my coach asked me to join that 3rd time, I was like, okay, I can do this. So I joined and I built this business. The whole first year, I was working my full-time corporate job. Again, that was my safety net. So while working, I'd get up in the morning. That's when I would do my workout. And then I would take the train into work. So I do a little bit of work from my phone. The beauty in this business is you can run it primarily from your phone. And then I'd get home at night and was traveling nonstop. So if he wasn't home, I worked all night. If he was home, what I would do is while he sat on the couch, I'd pull my laptop up and we'd sit there and watch TV and I'd get work done. All that time I've been wasting sitting on the couch beside him, I was now starting to build my business.
So it's not a waste to sit with your spouse and watch TV. I'm just going to say that because I heard her say it and I wasn't going to comment on it, but it's not a waste. You're spending quality time with your partner. So you don't have to spend every day, all day of your life, risking time with your spouse because of an MLM. You can actually sit down and watch TV and have a good time with your spouse. You don't always have to be working this MLM. So that was interesting, the way that she said that, like the way that she phrased it, like, oh, I would just be sitting and watching TV when I could be building a business for myself while sitting with my spouse. Well, then there's a difference. It's either you're having quality time with your spouse or you're working your MLM.
So that was year one. I built it while working full time, and I built it in about an hour a day, not including my workout. So I do my work in the morning and then really work that strong hour at night, as well as a few check-ins, from my phone while on the train. But really a strong hour a day built that business for me.
I am so sick of this Beachbody 1 hour mentality because it's not true. It's not true. It doesn't just take 1 hour. Beachbody loves to teach their reps this. They love for their reps to go on social media and pretend like it's just 1 hour a day, that's all you're doing is, 1 hour a day. If it was just 1 hour a day, this person would have been able to sit on the couch and hang out with their spouse and have quality time. But it's not that. Anyone that's in Beachbody, anyone that's in any MLM or was ever in any MLM knows that it takes so much more than 1 hour a day. And even Beachbody Corporate, they know this because they have what is called a Beachbody activity tracker. So I kind of want to review that, not fully in depth, but I want to go through it because even Beachbody knows that it takes more than 1 hour to do the bare minimum in an MLM. So Beachbody's activity tracker, I'll pull it up here, is a tracker the company made. So Beachbody itself made this, Beachbody's corporate. They stated that this tracker is a tracker to do the bare minimum activities you should do per day to even attempt to see success. So I have heard Carl Deichler himself say that this tracker was made by interviewing the top Beachbody reps. So they interviewed the top Beachbody reps, they surveyed them, and then they found out what were the top bare minimum activities that reps need to do to see success in the long run. And this was the tracker that they came up with. So this tracker has a list of a bunch of different activities that you should be doing. And then next to these activities, it says the amount of time that you should take to do these activities. So the tracker shows if you tally up all the time that Beachbody says it should take to do the bare minimum, it totals out to over 2 hours and 30 minutes of work minimum that you need to do each day. So most reps in actual trainings, not recruitment calls like this, where they are trying to really make it sweet and sound really good, but in the actual Zoom calls when you join the company, they will teach you that not only do you need to do this tracker, but you need to do what is called 10 timesing the activity tracker. So they want you to take this tracker and they want you to 10 times that every single day. So it's interesting that before you join, you're going to be told that it only takes 1 hour a day, when the proof shows that even Beachbody itself states that you need 2 hours and 30 minutes minimum to perform the daily tasks that you need in the MLM. And even with that, still the average income that people make in Beachbody is around $3,169 at the end of the year, not including expenses. So it's just very interesting that they say it only takes an hour when I know it takes way more than that. And even Beachbody corporate knows it takes way more than that.
Now, from there, after that first year, I was making about $1,000 per week. So I'm saying Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income or success. It is all based on your hard work and diligence. I worked, okay? But in that first year, I ended that first year making $1,000 a week. That's when I decided to quit my job. I took a 50% pay cut because I believed in my ability and the power of this business. It's also when I knew we wanted to have kids and I was like, I've got to go all in. I have to make this a reality. So I quit my full-time job at that point. The next year, a year later, I had doubled my salary, making $100,000. So I matched about what I was making as that corporate engineer within 2 years of starting this business. Now, this was also, I got pregnant that year and I ended up on bed rest, which is, most people are like, how do you run a health and fitness business when you're on bed rest? But again, it's the beauty of this business is that we're genuinely sharing our lives. So while on bed rest, I still had to eat. So I was sharing all the health and nutrition. So from there, year 3, I once again doubled my income, and my income has doubled every year since year 1, and even more now. So that at 5 years, we've surpassed that 7-figure mark. And again, no income is guaranteed in this business, but if you are willing to show up every day consistently and work hard, anything's possible. To me, that's what I needed. I've always been the hardest worker in the room. I've always been the girl who on group projects was the one who ended up finishing it because everyone else, stopped showing up, right? So to me, living in that corporate engineering world, getting a 2% raise every year when I was working harder than everyone else, that was really frustrating. So in this business, how hard I work, my work is directly reflected in my income. And that's what I needed.
So we constantly hear this, the whole in this business, how I work is directly, or my income is directly reflected by that. But that's not true. Even in the beginning, she stated that without her team, she wouldn't be a 3-time top 10 team. And by being a 3-time top 10 team is exactly how she got where she is. Because not only is she a 3-time top 10 team, that is a tongue twister, she is and has been what is called a 15-star diamond, which is the top rank that you can hit in Beachbody, where we are seeing people make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 quarterly bonuses in that rank because barely anybody makes it there. Probably only a couple people a year, maybe. So the truth is that it isn't the work that a rep itself does that reflects their income. It's the work that the whole entire downline does that reflects the income of the upline. So what really matters is her downline buying products consistently? When they buy products, the PV goes up, which is how she earns team cycle bonus. Is her downline selling products to customers? Because clearly, if you have 1,000 people selling one product a month to a customer, that upline is going to make so much money because there's 1,000 people under her selling a product a month. So that is how she is going to see that PV go up, which makes her team cycle bonus go up, which makes her qualify for these higher rank, and that makes her be able to get quarterly bonuses and everything like that. And then the other thing, the last thing that really matters is her downline recruiting people and having them do the same thing? So is her recruits buying products and selling them, even if they're just selling one product? Once you have 1,000 people doing that, you're making a very good chunk of money. Then if those recruits can recruit and keep those lines going to where it's just adding more and more people to her downline, that's really where she is going to see her income rise. So that's what really reflects the income, is the downline and what it is that they do. If they buy products, if they sell products, if they recruit other people to do the same. And even in a call I recently did, it was also a 2-part series a couple of weeks ago where I reacted to a top Beachbody rep, and they actually showed their income. They showed a legit screenshot of their income and what this income proved to me. And I was very excited to show you guys because it's something I've wanted hardcore proof of for a really long time, is that in that team call, that person was making $3,900 a week just on team cycle bonuses, which is the money you earn off your team, versus only making $180 off of selling products to customers. Same with this individual. This individual's above that person in the actual comp plan and stuff like that and in the ranks. So I can only imagine what her weekly team cycle bonuses are, or even what her quarterly bonuses are. So unfortunately, the hard work that you do is not going to reflect your income, because then everyone would see success. Everyone would be making all of this money, because there are plenty of people in MLMs that are doing the same work as other people, but not making the same amount, because it doesn't matter how hard you work. It depends on your recruits. Can they recruit more people, and can they continuously buy product?
So what is it that we actually do? So as coaches, you are just in the beginning, you're just sharing your health and fitness journey. So I legitimately focus on myself first. Your job first is to focus on yourself. So you're going to focus on your health and fitness journey, your nutrition, and you're going to share it. You're not going to push on people. You're going to share it. So that this way, people can see their solution to their problem and what you're doing. So for the mom sitting at home being like, I don't know how to lose, this last 10 pounds. That was me. And so I shared, hey, listen, here's the nutrition plan that I followed. And I shared the 21 days that I followed it. And I shared every morning the scale and how I was doing it and what I was eating. And so that other mom sitting on the other side of the computer or phone said, gosh, I could do that too. That could be my solution. I didn't push anything on anyone. I shared what I was doing. I shared what worked for me. That's what we do as coaches. That is it.
So she said, that is what we do as coaches. That is it. Kind of making it seem like there's not much that goes into it. You just share your journey and people are just going to sign up with you. So that is what MLMs want you to think, but that is not at all what actually happens in an MLM. It isn't just about posting an Instagram post or a story. If only it was that easy, everyone would be making $1 million in an MLM. So you know how before I talked about the business activity tracker? So now I actually want to run through what are those bare minimum tasks. If you guys see me like squinting a lot today, I need to go put eye drops in. I'm not sure what's going on with my eyes, but they're really bothering me today. Anyways, back to the bare minimum tasks that you need to do. So based on this business activity tracker, these are the things you need to do a day, every single day, to hopefully try and see success, which 99% of people still don't see. So first, you have to constantly focus on your health and fitness journey, which that's a given in Beachbody. Then every day you have to add followers on social media. Then you have to take a good quality photo and you have to share that photo. Then you need to create around 6 different Instagram stories per day, which takes at least 3 minutes per story. Then you need to respond to all new likes and comments that you get on that social media post that you just posted. Then you have to invite at least 5 of those people to join you in Beachbody. And then you need to write those people down and actually remember those people, remember who you reached out to, did they respond, everything like that. Then you need to go through that huge follow-up list that you have of every day before that, the people that you invited. And then the people who said no to joining, you actually have to go and re-invite them. So it's a lot of DMing, cold messaging, things like that. Then you need to spend around 30 minutes in your accountability group following up with customers. Then the next thing you have to do is engage in personal development every single day, around 15 to 20 minutes at a minimum. Then around 2 to 4 times a week, you are going to have to attend 1-hour Zoom call trainings. It's not just share your journey. There's a lot of taking photos, posting them, taking Instagram stories, posting them, then responding to everyone who's looked at it, then responding to everyone who's liked it, then responding to everyone who's commented on it. Then you need to go out and find new followers by adding them and commenting on their photos. Then you need to make follow-up lists. Then you need to follow up with those people. You need to remember who said no, who said yes. Then you need to spend minutes in your accountability group. You also need to do the workouts and don't forget to post about the products. Then you even need to do personal development a day because you have to continue to give yourself motivation every single day to keep going because the MLM will drain everything from you mentally. Then you have to hop on team calls per week where the top leader gives you guys trainings on things that you probably already know. So no, it isn't just about let me share one product really quickly, let me make an Instagram post. That's really actually, in my opinion, creating a false reality of what actually happens in MLMs and what you really do. It's not all about just sharing a fitness journey and that's it. There's a lot more that goes into it. That was just a small little rundown of some of the things people do in the MLM based on the business activity tracker.
Now, as my team has developed, I mentioned we are the top team in the company. So what does that mean? Like, I'm a top coach, we're the top team. What it means is that over the last 3 years, we have had more new coaches coming in their first month and earning an income than any other team. We have had more new coaches coming in their first 2 years earning incomes than any other team in the company. And over the last 3 years, I've had more coaches make it to the top 1% of the company than any other team in the entire company. So being number one means that my job is to help my coaches see success, and it means I'm doing that really well. This team, I mentioned I'm that type A engineer, it's based on systems. And you'll see in a later video, I talk about what you can expect when you join us, all about the trainings. But I am that type A engineer, and I came in and I created trainings based on my successes and my failures. And it takes my coaches through their first 14 days. We have chat pods, we have calls. The resources are here if you're ready to make this business whatever you want it to be, right? So one thing that I mentioned was, who are we looking for? I think this is really important. I will tell you that my team is a team of achievers. So it's a lot of people like me, a lot of women who say, I am the hardest worker in the room. I know if you tell me the steps to take, then I can go build the successful business. I know I can work. I know I can show up for myself and my family. I'm ready to change my family's future, and I'll do whatever it takes. That is my team, and that's the woman that I'm looking for. I am looking for the person who has that huge dream and huge vision for their family. My dream when I started was to retire from my job. I did that, and then I was like, I'm going to retire. And I did that. And then my dream was to move us to a location we could call home, because I didn't really have that growing up. And I did that. Now my dream is to help more moms do that. For the last 3 years, we've had at least one mom per month retire from her full-time corporate job and come home to her babies. Those are my big goals and dreams now, helping moms see that financial future that they want. And that doesn't necessarily mean leaving a job. I actually work with a lot of women who don't want to leave their full-time jobs, but they do want more financial freedom. So that's a little bit about us, about me, the team, what we do. And I'm super excited for you guys to get into these videos. So I'm going to go through some more of the objections. I kind of mentioned some of mine in here. I had a lot of objections. And then I'm going to get into how we actually make an income. So it'll be a totally separate video. And then the last one, all about our trainings. So I'm just really excited you guys are here. Feel free, after you've watched these videos, reach out, let's chat. And I'm excited to build some big businesses together.
So the last couple of things I want to talk about is the first one. She says that, what does it mean to be a top team? She says it means that over the last 3 years, she has had more new coaches come in on their first month earning an income than any other team. That also means that they have had more new coaches coming in their first 2 years earning an income than any other team. And over the last 3 years, she has had more coaches make it to the top 1% than any other team. In my opinion, this is not really what being a top team technically means when we're being really technical about it. In order to actually be named a top 10 team and being named the top number one rep in the company, you actually go through a certain point system. So the point system's accumulated through things that your downline does, because everything revolves around what your downline does. The points are going to be made based off a point system, and then they are going to tally up the points each month. They'll give you the points that you earned, and then at the end of the year, the coach that has the highest points is the one that makes the number one coach, 2, 3, 4, top 10, top 50, etc. So some of the ways that you can make points is, the first one is how many reps in your downline sign up and place their first order in their first month. That's how you get points. The next way is how many people in your downline sign a person up. That's another way to make points. Then another way that you get points is how many products your team is purchasing themselves. As they are purchasing products, PV is tallying up. And then every time the PV gets to 500, you get a certain amount of points. And that's also a way for you to accumulate points. And then another way to accumulate points is through your downline getting to the next rank. So just because someone is a top rep, in my opinion, doesn't mean that everyone in their team is earning all of this money and everyone's seeing success and everyone is just making all the moolah possible. It doesn't mean that this team has the most, what did she say? The most beginner coaches earning the most money in their first month or in their first 2 years, having the most people in the 1%. That's technically not what it means. It's just a simple point system. It's like, hey, if your new coaches are placing their first orders, if your new coaches are hitting Success Club, if your reps in general are hitting Success Club, which means they're just selling products to 3 people a month, you accumulate points. So in my opinion, it doesn't mean that her team is having all of these people in their first month making all of this money. It's much more technical than that. So the next thing she said is being number one means that her job is to help her coaches succeed. So in my opinion, that translates to her job is to focus on recruitment and her recruits, not on actually selling a product. And then lastly, she said that her dream is to help new moms be able to be home with their babies. So as we can see, I already talked about this when it came to this individual's business influencer website and where she talked about her $400 course. She really talked about being a mom and a business owner and all of this. So I could already tell that her target audience was going to be new mothers and stay-at-home moms or moms that want to stay at home with their kids and stuff like that. So we can definitely see that this person is going to be targeting a very vulnerable group of people. So with that being said, I thought that we would conclude this video out and then we will be doing a part 2. And this video should go up tomorrow, the part 2. I'm going to be talking about the other 3 videos that this individual has made to recruit people. We're going to be going over those recruitment tactics and everything like that involve money and team trainings and is it a pyramid scheme and all of that stuff. And today we really went over the fact that she does present herself as an MLM coach, as a business coach that can help people, make 7 figures or 6 figures. She talks a lot about the amount of money that she does make. She talks a lot about having new moms stay home. She talks a lot about retiring and retiring her spouse. So her way to really get to people is through storytelling. She does a lot of that, whether that's on her business page or that's in this video itself. She is constantly telling stories to people on the outside, to people who are watching her, to people who are watching these videos to hopefully connect to people to get them to join her. So that definitely seems to be her main way of getting people to join, is really trying to connect in that way. So I find that really interesting because the fact that she is presenting herself as this business coach, she's going to be teaching other people to do the same thing. So it's something to look out for when it comes to MLM. With that being said, don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in part 2 tomorrow. So the next doing what influencers do, but she is and has been a what's wrong with my eyeball? Then around 2, 3, 4 times a week, you're gonna have to tend. What the fuck is that? She also said that she had no passion. I am tongue twisted today. Damn it.